So Erin, how important is it for people to have their housing needs taken care of when they're facing a life-threatening illness and receiving treatment away from home?
I found out from Dr. Kronowski, who at the time was my radiation doctor at MD Anderson, but it's very important. And I kind of felt guilty that I lived in Katy and had access to MD Anderson, and I could just drive there and get treatment. But a lot of people can't do that. And
you opened your own home. Tell us a little bit about that.
I opened my own home, I think around 2016 to maybe 2015, something like that. And I used to volunteer here on Wednesday nights. So I got to know a lot of people, and they were all coming from other states, other places. And so, yeah, I started taking people into my house. And then Harvey happened, and then my house kind of flooded, and the Ballard House kind of flooded, and I moved into one of my rent houses. At that point, I took in as many as I could, and I had people sleeping on the sofa and on the love seat, and I had to go buy all that furniture because my furniture all flooded in Harvey. So everything in the Park Tree House was brand new.
You know, I've heard it said, and I think from your personal journey, you might be able to speak to this, but actually people who need treatment and have to come a long distance sometimes choose not to because of the cost of housing.
There is no cost of housing though here at the Ballard House.
Right.
It's free.
Would you say that if they didn't have that free housing, that some people might not come?
Dr. Kronowski always made that very clear, that the Ballard House being available was the missing link. He said, my patients have insurance, they have this, they have the money to fly back and forth, but if you're getting radiation, maybe you don't have the means to stick in around Houston for 7 weeks while you're getting radiation every day. So he would say that the Ballard House is the missing link for his patients, and I agree with that. That was just helpful to so many, and a lot of people would come once a month for 3 or 4 days to get chemo, and then they go back home wherever home is, and they could stay here for free.
If people are looking for a place to give and donate, what would you say about investing in the Ballard House as far as how we treat those funds?
You know, I see commercials all the time about St. Jude's, and everybody wants to help sick kids, you know, and I do too. But there's also sick adults that could use all the help they get. And when I was volunteering, I heard so many stories, literally, of people having to declare bankruptcy. They lost their home, they lost their business, they lost their cars.
Well, Erin, I know that everybody associated with the Ballard House loves you. And we'll always remember the impact you've had on so many lives here.
Thank you.
So thank you.
Sure. Sure.